First at 4, a mother says she was forced to protect her 12-year-old daughter inside this grocery store. The scary confrontation and the criminal charges. An FDA panel is talking about a COVID vaccine for younger children right now. Our Dr. Frank McGeorge is here with an update. Paula.
From humble roots on Detroit's west side to the bright lights of Paris.
I'm on cloud 9. Is that cloud 10? I'm on that one.
A local designer gets his shot at the big time. And as you can tell, he's a little shy about it.
And right now we have May, sun, and blue sky over the big house in Ann Arbor, but other parts of the area are downright cloudy. I'll have your complete forecast coming up first at 4.
Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, I'm Karen Drew. First at 4, a Dearborn man faces charges right now after police say he tried to kidnap a girl in Novi. This happened Sunday night at the Kroger on Grand River near Beck. Prosecutors say a mother and her 2 daughters were shopping when 24-year-old Matthias Mangan approached them. They say Mangan tried to grab that 12-year-old girl in one of the aisles. Officers call the mom a hero for the way she reacted.
Mom fought him off by throwing whatever she could find on the shelves at him. She bravely fought him off, and he came back and actually tried to grab her a second time. And she fought him off again. At that time, our officers arrived and apprehended the suspect.
Mangan is charged with assault and attempted kidnapping. Bond is set at $1 million. Detroit police say a 15-year-old boy is in grave condition after a shooting on Detroit's west side. It happened about 2:30 this morning at a home on Stahallen Street. Police say someone shot at least 13 bullets into that house. We're told the boy was staying the night when he was hit in the head. 2 adults and 2 other children were also at home. They were not hurt. Police believe the home was targeted, but the 15-year-old was not the intended victim. We'll have more on the investigation when you join us at 5. All right now the FDA's vaccine advisory panel continues to debate the benefits and the risks of Pfizer's vaccine for ages 5 to 11. The panel is expected to vote within the hour on whether or not to recommend authorizing the vaccine for that age group. Dr. Frank McGeorge has been closely following this critical meeting since early this morning. He joins us now with an update. Doc.
Yeah, Karen, so this meeting has been actually one of the toughest yet, both because the bar for safety is just so much higher for children and because the overall risk for severe COVID is frankly lower for children. Now, at the center of the debate is how to balance the individual risks and benefits and the role that children are playing in the pandemic as a whole. Now, the FDA presenters argued that the benefits do outweigh the risks, but they acknowledged that there is a risk from myocarditis, particularly in males. Now, it's not clear if the risk would be lower in the age 5 to 11 group than that seen in teens and young adults. Some experts believe it will. Now, some of the panel members also questioned the FDA on their models predicting where the pandemic is heading next. Have a listen.
In a way, you've taken the worst case scenario, and it is not really reflective of what we're seeing at the present time. And obviously, it's very hard to predict what's going to happen with this virus. It's no one can say for sure.
Now, one thing that everyone could agree on is that many previous predictions of where the pandemic is heading have just been wrong. Now, we're going to continue to follow the debate, and I'll bring you the results of the vote ahead on Local 4 News at 5, plus a breakdown of what parents need to know about what happens next.
Doc, was there any discussion about children who've already had COVID and recovered?
Yeah, an important question, actually, and that did come up. The FDA said repeatedly that it is not yet clear how long their natural antibodies are going to last, so the vaccine would be recommended for that group as well. Now, there was some data presented that suggested up to 42% of children may actually have already been exposed to COVID, and that estimate is actually much higher than other previous estimates.
All right, interesting. Keeping a close eye on this one. We appreciate it. Thank you, Doc. All right, now the first forecast. The sun's been peeking in and out in downtown Detroit. As you can see, we got a lot of clouds in the sky. It still is pretty chilly out there, though. Paul, what's the latest?
Well, the wind isn't helping either, Karen. It's breezy out there. Now, just a few moments ago, I showed you that Ann Arbor sky cam with lots of blue sky. You just saw the Mount Clemens one. Here's the Windsor sky cam looking across the river northward at the city of Detroit. You see all the cloud cover out here. And temperatures have been struggling today. Generally mid-40s to around 50 degrees. And again, those winds are generally at 10 to 15 miles per hour. We have gusts up above 20 miles per hour. All right, here's visible satellite imagery, and you see the colors getting a little muted here. It's because the sun's getting lower, so less daylight means you see less of the cloud cover. It's just basically it's getting a little bit darker. But basically, you can see the cloud cover just coming right off of Lake Huron right here. And so this area, the thumb down into the east side, it's been a lot of cloud cover, but areas to the west, it's been a lot of blue sky today, but a dry evening ahead with temperatures falling through the 40s. We have a lot to talk about with the end of the week weather and, of course, the big weekend ahead. We'll do that in just a few, Karen.
All right, meantime, we're going to talk about that powerful nor'easter bashing its way along the country's east coast today with flash flood watches affecting 30 million people. Here's a quick look at a flooded street over in New Jersey. That state and New York both issued emergency declarations ahead of the storm, which is expected to gather strength during the day. Many residents in New York spent their day doing anything they could to prevent flooding. This woman in the Bushwick neighborhood was sweeping away trash near drains to prevent clogging. The storm is expected to move toward New England as well, with wind gusts up to 75 miles an hour on Massachusetts' Cape Cod. A son of Detroit heads home from the Big Apple this week to bask in his recent success as a designer. Seti Johnson designed locally for decades, but moved to get closer to the fashion action 10 years ago. Well, now he's received the invitation of a lifetime, a show during Fashion Week in Paris in winter of 2022. Paula Tubman joins us live with how he's coming home to find some inspiration. This is a great story, Paula.
Hey, Karen. Yeah, you know what? It really is. So first of all, here's a first. We're going live from my upstairs closet, and I'm multitasking because honestly, much of the day I've been going through closets looking for the gown that Seti Johnson and his friend Mark English actually designed for me for one of the charity auto preview shows. And so here's the thing. It was a size 6. I'm never going to be a size 6 again. Just forget about it. But based on his trajectory, this thing's going to be a collector's item. The self-taught designer is on the edge of the big time, and he is loving every stitch of it.
It was amazing. It was like, okay, we want to show what you do at the Super Bowl of fashion, and that's Paris.
Seti Johnson was born and raised in Detroit and fell in love with fashion at a young age.
And my mom is the old Southern belle from Birmingham, Alabama, and she got dressed every day. And so I was always just in awe of how she looked.
He started sewing outfits for his mother and her church friends. He loves the figures of all women, but his favorite canvas
is the big reveal.
Is the woman with curves.
Leanne?
I started testing my skills on family members and real women that have real sizes.
He's designed for Detroit royalty.
My first celebrity client was BB Winans. And then there's Anita Baker.
He moved from Detroit 10 years ago to soak up some New York vibe. He went to Paris for the first time ever, February of 2020, days before the pandemic started its rolling shutdown of the world. He got out by the skin of his chinny chin, but not without first leaving his mark on a few producers.
I conveniently had a model that went to Paris with me, and she met me there from New York. And of course, I dressed her every day to the nines.
And then it happened. He got the call up to the majors, an invite to show at Fashion Week in Paris in 2022. And so now he is hurriedly working on a 15-piece collection for his own label, the Seti Collection. And yes, he's insisting that some of his models be curvy to wow.
The body of a woman is very shapely, and it's almost like the more curves I have, the more I can express myself creatively. And it just works. Like a curvy woman, whatever she puts on, it's going to speak a little bit louder.
You know, I like the way he thinks on that one. I really do. So like a salmon swimming upstream, returning to the place of its birth, Seti's actually going to be back in Detroit this week, meeting old friends, but also seeking inspiration for his brand new collection that makes its great big debut in Paris. Karen?
Oh my goodness, some of those examples that you showed of his work are out of this world. He's going to be amazing in Paris.
I know. It's going to be so much fun. I'm so proud of him and so pleased for him.
What a great, great story. Thank you,
I
Paul.
need to find that dress, too.
You really do need to find that one. Keep
Yeah, I
looking.
do, right?
All right. Thank you. We'll still ahead here. First at 4, updated hate crime numbers. The FBI confirming one group of people was increasingly targeted last year. Also, who doesn't love a good discount? But these stacks and stacks of coupons weren't about saving money. Why one woman and her husband are spending years behind bars. And first, if you enjoy adult beverages, what would you be willing to do or give up instead of alcohol? A survey of Michiganders might surprise you. It's part of good health.